everyone, it is Eunagina here, and welcome back to my channel to all my lovely subbies, and also welcome to all of you who are new here. So today we are going to be building a big sister family apartment, and what I mean by that is I have like a family in mind here where we have a sister who's just come of age and then two younger children, and basically it's a really sad story actually. They've lost their parents recently, and the big sister, being the only one who's sort of age, took on the responsibility of parenting her younger siblings, and they are now living in this apartment together, and she needs to try and, make sure that, her siblings are going to be okay, and of course her as well. So it's a bit of a sad story. I imagine that they probably had a house with their parents before they moved here, but because they were all really sad about what happened, obviously, about losing their parents, they sold the house and were able to afford this apartment in the city instead. I imagine the big sister wanted to be in the city in an apartment instead of a house because she really likes the busyness of the city and the noise of the city that sort of makes her not think about what happened and just sort of forget about the world a little bit. So it's a really sad story. I hope you guys are okay with that, but that's just the story that came to mind when I wanted to build this apartment. And she's got an easel in her room as well, so she does like to paint. I do imagine she likes to paint mostly as a hobby, not so much as a job. But that's just a thing that she likes to do as a sort of emotional outlet. And this is her bedroom we are decorating right now, by the way. And then there are going to be two other bedrooms, one for her youngest brother, and then there's going to be like a preteen girl as well. So she's like maybe 12 years old or 11 years old, and she's got a very dark room, like with a lot of black stuff. So she's gone into this sort of goth emo state because she's feeling really down about their parents' death, and she just has a really hard time handling it. And I can imagine that the big sister's having a lot of trouble trying to parent her younger sister, because she probably, the younger sister will probably not enjoy having her sister parent her. She's just like, it's the only people who are supposed to do that is my parents and not you. So I do imagine a lot of conflict in this house. And yeah, so that's, sorry for the really sad story, but that's just what came to mind. And the boy is really sweet, I think. He's a little younger than the sort of emo sister. He's quite sweet, and he just sort of tries to do whatever his big sister is telling him to, and that should be okay probably. And this is their kitchen, and I actually started out doing whatever I was doing there, and then I sort of felt like I was building the same kitchen as I had done like the last couple of times. So I changed it up a little bit, and I picked blue colors, and don't worry, I'm going to change those wall tiles because that blue those colors did not fit with the blue. So anyways, so I'm going with a blue kitchen this time, and I think it's really cute. It's actually really, really nice. It kind of reminds me a little bit about, or not about, of Monica's kitchen in Friends. I think it's a blue kitchen, isn't it? Like, it's been ages since I watched Friends. Like, that was whatever I was watching back in the 90s was definitely Friends. All over the place, also in starting part, what am I saying? The beginning of the 2000s, I was also watching a lot of Friends, but I do remember it to be a blue kitchen. I hope I'm right and I didn't just make something up. But yes, it just sort of reminded me of that when I was using all of this blue stuff. You could definitely just make a Monica Geller apartment out of this. I think that'd be super cool. But anyways, this is their kitchen, and I think it's really cute, and I really like all the blue, and I just enjoy using colors in kitchens. Often I feel like it's very easy to make kitchens look super bland in The Sims, so I do enjoy trying to put in some colors here and there, maybe use colored counters or colored appliances or something like that. The only thing that is for me works if it's not if it doesn't have color is if you have a really nice timber color. I really enjoyed the kitchen in my single mom apartment that I did, the tiny single mom apartment. It had a really nice kitchen with like light timber, and that is probably still one of my favorite kitchens that I've made. But I don't really like it if you have like a pure white kitchen or pure black kitchen. It can very easily get very dull to look at, in my opinion. So I do like to have some colors or some very nice timber colors in here just to brighten up the place and make it look a little bit warm and welcome. And yeah, I like that. So of course I'm still using all the Parenthood stuff because I'm still loving every single bit. I think it's actually, I was just talking to one of my viewers the other day. I don't remember which one it was, sorry, but she was saying that she liked so many of the items in this pack, and I totally agree. Like, there are so many things in this pack that I really, really love. And in a lot of other packs for The Sims, I feel like there are usually a few items that I really, really love, and then the rest of them are sort of okay, and I use them sometimes, but they're not like the best thing in the world. But in this pack, I feel like I almost like love every single item. I don't think there are any of the items I'm like, yeah, that's okay, whatever. I really think they did a good job on this pack. I really do. I think it's great. So yeah. So I also don't know if I commented on the big sister's taste in interior design. She's obviously been the one who has decorated their home because she is the one who's supposed to be the adult here, so the kids don't have much influence, or her younger siblings did not have much influence on how she decorated it. So she has a very feminine style. She does like very soft colors and some pastels here and there, some pinks, and also the light blue. She enjoys that one too. So we do keep it very feminine with the interior design for this house. And I just really like these chairs as well that came with Parenthood. I tried out a few different sofas, but I didn't really like any of them. I felt like they needed a really neutral sofa, but then to brighten up this living space a little bit, I used these chairs that make it stand out a little bit more so that the sofa doesn't just get too bland. I think when you mix it with those living chairs, it looks a lot more fresh and nice. So yeah, I liked doing that. I had trouble finding a nice coffee table. I really like the new coffee tables we got, but it was way too big to fit into this little spot here. But I didn't really like any of the other coffee tables for this living area. This one was the one I liked the best, but I'm not 100% happy with it, but it is all good, I think. I am really happy with those new coffee tables, though, that we got like a big 4-square coffee table. That is something that I have actually wanted for a very, very long time. Very often I have put 2 coffee tables next to each other to create the illusion that it was a double-sized coffee table, but we haven't had it, so I'm really happy that they gave us that. That is really cool, and we even got 2 of them, so I'm very excited for that, and I do love using those all over the place. That's why I wanted to use them there, but there just wasn't any room for it at all. So anyways, I do also love the colorful swatches for some of this furniture. I thought we should have a little fun colored corner here for sort of the children, or the child. Mostly it's the boy who plays with toys and stuff, even though the other girl is basically still a child-ish, but she wants to be grown up and she wants to be her own thing, and you know, all that. So he's probably the one who uses this little toy corner. I imagine there being a lot of toys in that drawer and stuff. So yeah, and then he's got his toy giraffe there as well. I also don't know if I already put in the toy box in this room, but I am going to put in a toy box as well near the dining table. I didn't put it in, I can see, but it'll come later, so that there's some toys and something to play with in the apartment for the little child. And of course, you guys can have any type of family you want in this place. It does not have to be a big sister family where they have lost their parents and everything, all this sadness. You don't have to have a sad story. You can also just make a completely normal family if you want to. There is nothing wrong with that. This house will work just perfectly for that as well. I just like to have stories when I make my apartments and my builds, because I really enjoy being able to try to decorate while keeping a personality in mind. A lot of you guys have commented that you love that I make stories about my builds. I just do that because it just helps me so much when I try to decorate. I actually know what kind of personality would I like to have here, and what would she or he choose for furniture and for color choices and all of that, and what kind of clutter would they have all over the place and all of that. So it helps me a lot with the building, and that's why I do make stories most of the time. Sometimes I don't. It doesn't always come naturally to me with the stories, but sometimes it does. Like with this one, that was just sort of the idea that was in my head before I started. But sometimes I have more of an idea for a home than for a family, and then I don't necessarily build after any particular taste. I just try to match it all together, I guess. But anyways, this is the child's room, the youngest brother's room. And I'm messing up with my speech on not these days, but right now. So yeah, I couldn't even say that without messing up. So anyways, whatever. I love that new lamp light thing we've got with the sort of stars that are, I don't know how to describe that, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I really like that light. I think it's super cute. And yeah. So this is going to be the youngest sister's room. So she has, as I said, a lot of black things. She probably also wears a lot of black makeup, and that's the kind of girl she is now. I don't think she was necessarily like that before their parents died, but she's sort of just become this very quiet and very emotional person who does not want to talk to her sister at all, and she does not want to follow her orders. She does not want to do anything. She's just really sad, and she just wants to be locked in her own room and listen to her music. And she's also got a guitar, so she does play the guitar sometimes when she can get some strength to do that. So she does have that. So that's her hobby, I guess. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for her. And then we are just going to be decorating at the very end. We're going to be decorating the bathroom and the entrance hall, and then we're already done. It's not a very big apartment, but of course there is room for all of them. It's a decent sized apartment, I would say. I would not mind this place. It is very pretty, I think, and I like the flow of the apartment. It feels quite logical. I would have liked some more windows in this room and in the boys' room, but there weren't all that many windows in this apartment. And I did forget to write down the address in my upload. I usually try to remember to write the address of the apartment in my gallery upload, but I'm pretty sure it was like 121 Hakim Street or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It's in the Arts Quarter. By default, there is like a really colorful apartment. I'm not sure who lives in it because I've removed all the Sims from the world, but there's like a really colorful apartment there. So that's what's there by default. But anyways, moving on. This is the bathroom, and I am still trying to keep the sort of soft feminine colors, of course, because this is the big sister's influence. So she would have done that. As I said, she enjoys the blue colors and the pink colors, so that's what she's doing. And of course, I'm just trying to tie in the blue counters here with the blue counters in the kitchen. So I just sort of thought that would make some sense. And then I love these mirrors that we got with Vintage Glamour. They're actually some of my favorite mirrors in the game. I use them a lot. I think they're just super pretty, and they come in quite nice swatches. Sometimes I think they're one of the swatches that kind of annoy me. Is it the black one that has like some gold in it and you can't get it in an entirely black color? Or is it another swatch that has something that I am a little annoyed about? But otherwise, I really love their mirror. It is one of my favorites for sure. And this is their entrance hall. So they've got some nice cupboards when they come in, lots of room to store their clothes and whatnot. Probably towels and whatever not you need to store in a home, tablecloths, etc. And then a little sort of side table, even though it's a dresser, but it looks more like a side table to me, so I'm all good with that. And also, this plant, I've been using it so much lately, this flower. I used to never use it, but I've actually realized lately that it's super nice if you size it up and then use it as like a floor plant. It looks really pretty. I quite like doing that, so I've done that a few times. Not right here, but I have done that a few times. I think I did it in the living room of this house, and then I also did it in the single mum house that I made. And now we are off to the screenshots, by the way. Okay, but I will talk to you at the other side of the screenshots, guys. Everyone, and welcome to the other side of the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this apartment, and I hope you enjoyed the little story, even though it was super sad and dark. But I hope you guys are okay with that, because that is just the story that came to my mind. But yeah, I like to make really realistic stories for my Sims, and often I prefer to have some sort of tragedy or drama going on, because it makes the stories more interesting instead of just having one big happy family. Everyone's happy and that's pretty much it. Then not much else happens. So for story purposes, I really enjoy having some little more darker themes, I think, for my Sims. So I hope you guys are okay with that. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and see you soon.